Okay, so we're talking about a topic I think is not only important to me, it's probably important to a lot of parents. It's important to people that are concerned neighbors in our community. When we discuss on topics about child abuse, a lot of times there were things that were going on when we were kids that we weren't fully aware of, or we heard about or overheard. That's why we're opening up our table to discuss. I think it's going to be a very important topic. Child abuse survivors, sexual abuse survivors, and even currently right now in some of our neighborhoods, you are hearing news stories very relevant to this topic. Um, we were referred over to Family Resources in 1985 after confronting a sex offender. And being as we were referred over, there was a lot of behaviors and things going on at home, things that I think even all of us weren't even fully aware of. When we talk about birth control topics, I think are going to be important. To value and respect those who have those views or those opinions is going to be important here. I can't personally speak to those things there individually. I just say overall, when it comes to sexual abuse, first things that come up for me, because I grew up in a Polish Catholic family, is that there are options. Adoption's one of them. Now, that's not to say that there aren't people out there that maybe have other options. My personal view is to intervene and do as much as we can to help out somebody in our family, including I've had friends who've been at the abortion clinics, and it has been nothing but a frightening experience. So um, we try to save our money. We try to do the best we can. We're not perfect at everything we do. We're just doing the best, again, to save money and help the kids out. And especially during school. So some of the topics, again, have come up for us personally is bullying, issues like that. So again, topics like this are relevant and important as we're approaching school, and we want the kids to enjoy their summer and get ready for the first day of school. So there are some really great ideas to get ready for our first day of school, especially some of us who might be freshmen or college, maybe going into our bachelor's degree or graduating from our undergraduate. This might be relevant for those who are looking to work in this field. So dealing with child sexual abuse and trauma, um, I've noticed some of the things that work for us, for especially for sleep issues, being able to get into a sleep routine. Also artwork, sitting down and doing artwork and drawing and talking and laughing, and poetry. Another one that I really enjoy a lot, of course, is our creative side, when we get creative and we're spending time doing things like cooking and cleaning and enjoying that time as a family. So it's really important we emphasize that most of this is just ways to get creative and make good use of our free time, because sometimes we know that our free time, while limited, we like to we love to at least get things done. And with not having a vehicle right now and getting to the store and doing the things I like to do, it kind of ties me down at the house and apartment here. So um, again, I like to get around. I like to go to the grocery shop. I like getting out myself. So, but again, topics that are going to come up from time to time, and especially here with swimming and just going through changes of life, and especially as a tween. But those issues came up for me, and it still does. I mean, young girls have issues. I mean, so, but it's fun to get creative and do things around the house that doesn't require a whole lot of effort. We get worn out and tired easily, so we got to take it easy. And and when we get the energy to get out and do things, it's nice to get outside walking. It's not that bad of a neighborhood especially during the daytime. Um, but basically, these are the topics that are going to come up from time to time. And in fact, I'm happy that we can discuss it, because all of us who have ever been sexual abuse survivors, or in this case, my personal view is walking in on it. To me, was just as traumatic for me. So I go to therapy, I go to counseling, and I try to continue with my counselors. My therapist had just retired after 30 years, so I've had a lot of great therapists, and I've also been fortunate to go to EMDR and also therapies with other therapists. So again, it's been a growing experience and a lot to learn still. And it's good to work with great therapists. It's great to work with great doctors who understand some of the issues, especially from the ER into recovery. So we're very, very fortunate to work with great people. Also, I want to discuss something I just heard on the news. Of course, recently we've been trying to keep up with local news, but there are some news reports right now with a little girl who was attacked by a Rottweiler. So please, if you can, keep our neighbors and some of our community members in prayer. Also, there's another story that I just heard on the radio here locally at the butlerradio.com is there was a little boy in a tree who fell. So again, this is again topics on child safety, discussing a topic that is very difficult for some of us. Just ways to warm up and learn to discuss it in an appropriate way is a good start. Thank you for listening to my broadcast here at Chalk Talk. We'll try again.